Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. We made it to another Tuesday, which has rapidly become my absolute favorite series. I am finding so many wonderful things that have been forgotten, stuffed in bags, boxes, and bins, and put away and forgotten about. And there's a lot of them I've actually wanted to finish. Some are like, no, they do not make the cut. But others, definitely. And I found two things today. And the interesting thing on these is these are tucked into my actual, not in a bin like this thing or a box or a cubby. They're actually stuffed into the yarn cubicles with the rest of the yarn, i.e. rip it out and use the yarn when you need to, like a sock blank. And I thought that was just kind of an interesting one. So I'm kind of going through some of my stuff, trying to reorganize my yarn. And because it's been like this for years, and it's time to move things around a little bit, see what I actually have, take stock of it. And there's been some giveaways because of it. Let's put it that way. There have been giveaways. But I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'm not looking forward. I'm actually having fun doing this. So I found a couple projects today and wanted to show those to you. Look at this. This is how this was in the bin. That's it. This is the Luster Sheen yarn. Absolutely amazing yarn. If you have some of this stuff in your stash, it wears like iron. It looks as good from the first day that you made it until, you know, your grandkids are wearing it. I mean, it is just spectacular. Here it is. That's the Luster Sheen, Red Heart Luster Sheen. Got this one at least it has a tag on it. I thought this one had a Hobby Lobby tag, maybe not. But this is 4 ounces. It is light mulberry. Color is 0518. And it's a number 2 fine. They say machine wash and dry. It's a 100% acrylic, and it works up well. It really does. So I have this skein. I think it's a full skein. And what I have wrapped around it is I was making a top. I don't know who for, but I was making a top. And look, there's waist shaping. Check that out. Look at that. There is waist shaping in there, a hip action going on. I don't know if I was using a pattern. I don't remember doing this at all. I don't know what needle, what hook size I was using. None of it. I have absolutely no clue. Oh, did I do the thing I like to do? Did I attach them? Oh. All right, let me see. Yeah, it looks like they are attached. What I've done in the past, if I don't know that I'm going to finish something or what have you, I'm not totally concerned. Like here, I finished off this. And it's still attached over here. I think well, maybe they're not attached. Sometimes I'll keep the yarn attached, maybe make a long string or something, then start the next section. So if I do decide to pull it out, I don't have all the cuts. So I'm not sure if I did that with this or not. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look how nicely that works up. It works beautifully. It drapes nice. It feels good. I don't know if I was using a size F crochet hook. I don't know. FG, I'm not sure. There's no hook with it. It was just, and look at that. I got all the stuffs. This piece wouldn't fit me currently. If it were for me originally, don't know. Pattern wise, sure. You know, those of us that crochet, we could reverse engineer it. There's no doubt. But, and then I'd have to weigh it to see if that's it, because that's all I could find of this color. So who knows why this was set aside? Who knows? But it was, and I'm just going to act like I never even saw that. I'm going to wrap that back up. I think it's really cool that I put in all that waist shaping, though. That's pretty neat. Was I too aggressive on it? Who knows? You know, we will never find out, right? But look at that. Look at that waist shaping in there. That is really cool. So if you think, well, I crochet and I can't make nice things, yes, you can. I can't add all the waist shaping and everything and make it form fit me. Whoops. Yes, you can. You can do all of that stuff. That's not just knitters. Come on, we're crafty. We can do lots of things. I find building sections and stuff easier on crochet than I do on knitting. I just, you know, it hits my brain a little bit better. But there's that one. And then the other one, it's this yarn. Now this, I started this, it's a sweater. This was going to be a sweater for my Uncle Ed. It's a Patton's sweater, and it's Patton's yarn. Years ago, decades, literally decades ago, he was the first person I made a knit sweater for, a full-size knit sweater. It was a 52-inch chest, and I made that for him. And I started it with this yarn, and the pattern that I liked, I did make it again in blue with Cascade 220. But maybe it was, I didn't want to finish it with the color. Did I think it was too big? I don't know, but I love it. So I pulled this out and I was showing it to hubby. Look at these, not fancy needles or anything. Look at that. Oh yeah, but you know, they obviously work. I was showing this to hubby and he's like, I like it. Well, yeah, he helped me pick the pattern out years ago. There we go, look at this. But this is a Patton's pattern. I don't have it in front of me, but I could probably link to it because I can find where I made my Uncle Ed's. I don't know what year I made my Uncle Ed's, but I do have a picture of him. And it's stunning. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. I love everything about it. This one, I think this one might end up back in the list to make things because it might have been too big for me or my hubby back when I was starting it, but it's not too big for us now. We grew into it. You know what I'm getting at. Took a moment to get up and see if I could find that pattern. No, I walked right to the pamphlet that I thought that pattern was in, and I was wrong. So maybe I'll look on Ravelry or what have you and see if I linked it. I don't know. But there we have it. My tripod's kind of coming down. It needs love. I've evidently not given it to it, but it's just falling down. Like, come on, here we go. It's not gonna stay. I'm gonna shrink down again. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's like, no, you cannot stay. I guess when it shrinks down too far, it's time to go away, right? That's how that works. But I have that. Oh, look, for all this time that I don't work on sleeves, check this out. That is a sleeve. Is it finished? I don't know. I mean, well, maybe because I bound off, so maybe that is a full sleeve. Could that really be a full sleeve? Is that like a drop shoulder? I don't remember. Look at that. It doesn't seem like it's going to be long enough. Let's see. Depending on where that does not look like it. See, that does not seem long enough at all. And I bound off. Huh. I'll have to check that out. But I like it. Let me see. So I have a back. It looks like a back. And I have a sleeve, potentially. And it can be, oh, look, I've got a second sleeve. Oh, I've got a second, oh, I'm losing it. We're losing, you know. My tripod's like, no, I am not playing. But I have a second sleeve in the works. And I know what, I have the needle. I don't know what size that is. Evidently, I'm on row 59 unless somebody got a hold of it. That I don't know. But, yeah. Okay, come back up. We know what Shannon needs to invest in. A tripod that will actually hold where it needs to hold. You know, all of these say, hey, strong grip, it'll stay, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, okay. Whatever. You don't need to hear about that. So I have enough yarn. I do. I have two full balls over there, 2 partials, and this, along with, you know, a sleeve maybe and a back. That, I'm going to find the pattern. I'm not sure when I'm going to stick that one in, but that one is going to go to the Magnificent 7. I love it. Hubby loves it. I love it. It is a gorgeous unisex design. So depending on how big I make that, well, however big that back is, right? Depends on which one of us gets it. Let's put it that way. Let's be realistic here, okay? Because it's not going to get any bigger. And we grew. But yeah, this was shoved aside, because I ended up making the sweater for my uncle in another color and just didn't pull this out. And you know what? If you don't rip it out, there's a chance one day, many, many, many years later, oh my gosh, you might be able to finish it. And that is one that I want to finish. This one, it's beautiful. No, I don't know enough about this one. That one, yes, I love that. I love everything about it. I love the design. I did the same exact one years and years and years ago. Like I said, it was my first knit sweater. Yeah, so this was an attempt to be my first knit sweater, and then I ended up using blue for my uncle. Okay, come on, we can do this. It says no. It says no. You've talked long enough. That's what it's saying. My little tripod has given up the ghost. My daughter said at Christmas time, Mom, she's a photographer, she's like, if I knew you needed a decent tripod, I would have gotten you one. And I've kind of made this one work, short of using glue, staples, and tape. I mean, You know, you guys most of the time don't notice that it's just kind of, it's there. It's there's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I had fun with this. This to me is a blast. We have one that is, no, I'm not interested in. One I'm definitely interested in. I don't know when I'll get to it because I don't even know how many are in our Magnificent Seven anymore. I have to dig those down on the tree, but that's okay. I think this is worth it. And I'm far enough along that I believe that this one will be an exciting one, once I find that pattern, an exciting one to work on, because back's done. Sleeve may be done. Might have to reattach that yarn and make it a bit longer. Sleeve may be done, and then a second sleeve started. You just can't beat that. That's a beautiful. It's worsted weight. I'm guessing the needles are a size 8. Don't know for a fact, but I'm guessing a size 8, maybe a size 7, but decent sized needles for this type of yarn. And I've gotten faster, so maybe it'll be a little bit quicker. Oh. All right. This is another thing. This is a very, very old project. Like I said, it was going to be my first sweater, my first actual adult sweater. And at that point, and I'm looking at it, and that's why those lines look funny, I twisted every single stitch. So all of my stitches are twisted. That would be a little bit cumbersome for me to try to come back and match. And it would be a visual difference to not match. So that will make a difference. So I'm not really sure in that aspect now that I see that, because this is such a vintage project, that could be different. So I'll have to play that one by ear. Right now I'm not going to pull it out. It's been in this state, in the configuration, for quite some time. It's not hurting anything. I'll come back to it and see what I want to do. If I can match that, twisting the stitches and match the gauge, game on. Love it. All right, everybody. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.